Adam, there's speculation that the new Wisconsin Supreme Court could play a part in the redrawing of election lines, which would ultimately affect the makeup of the U.S. Congress. Are other courts in similar situations?
They are, and we see a lot of litigation around it, a lot of federal litigation. There's a case now pending in the Supreme Court about a fight in North Carolina over redistricting, and we've seen it in other states as well. There are questions under federal law, also under state constitutions, and that is where I think the Wisconsin issue might be headed. You'll see claims arising towards the state Supreme Court, arguing that the currently drawn district lines in Wisconsin don't live up to the requirements of Wisconsin state law or the Wisconsin Constitution. And on that question, the state Supreme Court may well have the final word, which again makes Judge Prosewitz's activism on this issue and now her election so significant.
And the new balance on the court there, which is a 15-year record. It's the first time that you have that flip. Let's talk about the FDA case really quickly. What are the merits there, and is the pro-life side in some way in trouble in the Texas case?
It's too soon to say if they're in trouble, and of course they just won the first round. The Fifth Circuit has put a stay on that decision to hear the appeal, but so far the pro-life side has won. Judge Kaczmarek's decision on the merits involved a few issues. The interpretation of the old Comstock Act, which involves prohibitions against the mailing of materials that are lewd or lascivious or obscene or are meant to encourage abortion. That's an old statute that predates a lot of the newer statutes on the FDA. And so it's an open question on whether that statute really goes as far as Judge Kaczmarek reads it. He also raises real questions about administrative procedure, whether the FDA actually reasonably explained its decisions, and also whether the FDA responded sufficiently to public comments and questions on these issues. And then finally, there's a question of whether the FDA's actions in approving the abortion pill and then revising its approval, whether those live up to the FDA's own laws and regulations. Now, Judge Kaczmarek didn't say that the pro-life side won the issues. It was at what we call a preliminary injunction, and he just needed to find that they were substantially likely to win the issues. So it remains to be seen how this will play out. There's been a lot of cases recently where courts, including the Fifth Circuit, have struck down agency actions. But because this case involves a lot of questions about agencies, the FDA's expert judgments, scientific judgments, this is a very hard case for the plaintiffs to win in the end.
And it's a complicated one. Well, we'll be watching it closely and looking to you for more analysis. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.